All right, welcome back. It is now week 2 of the program, day 1, Monday, September 30th, and today, gorgeous day. Some of the best weather we've had since last week. Today we're doing an easy run. We're doing a little bit shorter to make sure we recover from yesterday's long run properly. We're only going to be doing about 30 minutes. And I can already tell that I'm in need desperately of rest and recovery because, well, I did just lift, to be fair. I just hit back and buys. I don't know if you can tell. Nope, probably can't. But yeah, my heart rate's up higher than it should be probably. 3.5 minutes in. It's only 135, 140 when I'm moving a little faster, but yeah, definitely need the recovery today. So we're gonna keep this one short and sweet. Make sure that we're staying healthy and we're staying on track. And yeah, I'm super stoked about getting the first week video uploaded, and things are looking up. Finishing with 22 miles running was good. It was more than I even hoped for, so the fact that I'm ahead of where I thought I'd be is good. And I feel like I still had more left in the tank last week, which is even better. So we're gonna have to stay dialed on that, on the running. But of other topics, I took an exam today in philosophy, my belief in reality class, and wow, cooked. And I think it turned out much easier than I expected. I cram studied the last couple days, but we went over stuff I was vaguely familiar with, or slightly more familiar with, because I just like studying philosophy. So it wasn't all brand new material, but I did study, and it ended up being like multiple choice. And it was like 25 questions, if that. So happy with that. Gonna have to stay on top of the other ones though. My sensation and perception class it's gonna be a toughie for sure. I think we got our first exam. It's just a midterm actually here coming up soon. So I'm gonna have to really dial in for that. Study, really read the textbook, because it's a lot of deeply detailed information that we're going over. So yeah. Gosh, it is just beautiful outside today. Well, keep this short, keep it sweet. Day 1, week 2. Get it.
All right, Cam. Just woke up a little bit ago. It is Tuesday. And it's a very important theme that I'm learning. And this is something we're fixing. That was a problem last week, and that is sleep. Sleep is, from what I've learned, one of the absolute most important aspects of doing any type of athletic endeavor, because you need to recover. Recovering is literally how you get better, and I have not prioritized it enough this far into the program. So I think going forward we're gonna put a lot of emphasis on recovery. And if that means I have to miss every party and outing and all the hanging out with people on the weekends or whatever, so be it. I'll take it on, because this race and this training is much more important to me than going out and partying once, twice a week, whatever. So, yeah, sleep. It is so important. And I've been tracking it the last couple days with the Apple Watch. I don't really know how accurate it is, but it's better than not knowing anything at all, you know. But I probably got close to 9.5 hours last night. So today's workout should be really good, and it should be better. It should be better today. And we gotta keep this rolling forward. The sleep needs to be dialed. Yeah. I'll see you on the run.
All right, yo. Week 2, day 2. Today we got 5 miles on the menu. 1 mile warm up, 1 mile cool down. And the 3 middle miles will be actually at tempo. Last week, I realized I was definitely doing more threshold work, doing 800s. And this is tempo, so meaning what I'm hoping to be race pace. So I'm gonna be doing at least 11-minute miles for those 3, and no faster than 10. Like I don't want to fly on these, you know. I want to feel the pace that I want to be at, and I don't know why, but I've had some problems with the heart rate monitor. It's like connecting weird, so I don't really know if my heart rate's accurate right now, because like I started and it was at like 160, so I think it's just measuring wrong. I slept really good last night, so I think this is gonna feel good, and it's stunning outside. It's like a nice 73 degrees, so we're gonna do this run, and yeah, finish up. It'll be 5 miles in total. We'll see you after. Run outside the state every day. Kind of a cool gig. This run is kicking my ass. Not even moving that fast. I've been keeping 11-minute pace, but I have to shit so bad. I think I ate too much at lunch, and it's slowing me down. It's weighing me down a lot. But we've got about half a mile at tempo pace still, and then our cool down mile. So I'll see you when I finish.
All right. It is still day 2. I just got back from the gym. Did chest and tries. It felt good. I've got a good amount of energy today, so that helped me get through. That definitely helped me get through. But I wanted to get on here and talk and think about how my composition, like my body composition, is changing, and how I think it's interesting. Because I feel big, I feel strong, and I feel like I'm growing in size. But I also feel like I'm too soft still, you know? I feel like I'm still a little chunk, but at the same time, I feel small. I don't know. It's all, I'm never gonna be satisfied, you know? It's something that kind of just sticks like that forever, I guess. That's what people say, at least. But yeah, I just think it's interesting, and I'm loving the hybrid combo, you know, the cross training, doing the lifting and the running. It's just really fulfilling me, and I love the path that it's pushing me down, and I'm stoked to be doing it. And anyone else, I mean,
obviously Cam, you're doing this with me, but anyone else who might see this, I really hope that you get some kind of inspiration from this. But that's all I really gotta say. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, I realized that I forgot to make a video today. And I also realized that if I just record my runs during my runs every single day, it's gonna get super repetitive and boring. So I've decided that I'm gonna have to start switching it up. And that includes just like talking about different things. I'll talk about my run today. Well, first off, I hit legs. Wasn't super tough. Wasn't the most intense day. It was just a 45-minute, maybe an hour leg day. And then I did 3 miles at tempo pace. It was like 10-minute pace. It was a good run. I ran with a friend, my friend AJ. And running with someone is a very different experience. It feels much less taxing, and you're not in your head as much. You know, you're out of your head, which I feel like makes running easier. It makes it easier to control your body when you're not so obsessed with it, you know? Like, I feel like my heart rate and my breathing actually becomes more controlled when I'm like having a conversation with someone. Because I feel like when I run alone, sometimes I want to distract myself from what I'm feeling, because it's uncomfortable, you know. But anyways, aside from that, today's been good. I've been lacking on my studying, I think. I've been watching a lot of shows and doing a lot of chilling, but I have noticed that the last couple of nights my sleep has been almost perfect. It has been unbelievable. More than 8 hours of sleep every night for the last 3 or so nights, which has been really cool to see. But other than that, I'll keep it nice and simple. I'm going to start coming up with more complex and deep dive topics to talk about during these videos, while also informing about what I did athletically or for training or whatever, you know. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot more to talk about than my training. There's plenty of people on YouTube who are much better than training than I am, and can teach it way better than I can, because I'm an absolute beginner. I don't even know what I'm talking about most of the time. But yeah, it's day 3 of the program. We're gonna keep it rolling. I'll see you later. Those kind of people scare me. Wait. Come on in. 5 a.m. at Las Vegas, man, I'm about to take it down. Make it sound, make it sound, hey, make it sound. Show me around. Take it down. This is the living room. Welcome back. It is Friday of week 2. Yesterday was a bit of a crash out. Took it as a rest. I just didn't want to do anything, honestly. Went out, drank with the guys. I did run today. Did 4 miles easy, so we're on track. Looking at finishing the week at 25 miles. So, we're on track. But there's something I wanted to talk about in this video specifically. And that is the idea that, the feeling that I've had but I haven't really expressed it before. It seems to me like everything in life, every event, every microscopic detail, everything going on, it feels like it's all pointing at something. Like it's all pointing in the same direction. And everything ties together somehow, you know? I'm just wondering if, like, that's just something that I'm experiencing. That's pretty hard to explain and give examples for, but I guess I'll do the best I can. But it's things like how in my classes, like, it feels like they're all pointing at the same thing, and the content I'm consuming, even, or the conversations I'm having, it's like they're all pointing in the same direction. I'm taking a belief in reality class, right? We're just talking a lot about what constitutes reality and knowledge and belief and what any of that means and what that all points at. And I'm taking a sensation and perception class where we talk about how you perceive reality biologically, chemically, and cognitive psychology, how we process, how our brain processes basically everything. And we come across topics in the belief in reality class like one of the things we went over was the Matrix, right? And like the movie, you know, and how that's just a good example of breaking down the simplistic ideas of what you would learn in a belief in reality class. And a lot of the things that I've been watching, like movies and shows, they're all pointing at the same thing too, you know, and I guess that's like aligns with what I'm interested in, but I don't know why it is. I watched a movie today called The Game. And the whole idea, philosophically you could say, is how you take so much more value in your life when it seems like chaotic, you know, like a game that was set up for you. Or the shows I've been watching, you know, like Solo Leveling, you know, the whole point of that is that after a breakthrough experience, you perceived life as a game and then proceeded to expand from there. This is my question to you, Cam. Do you think you experienced something like this? Do you feel like everything that you're experiencing is all pointing at the same thing, in the same direction? And if it's not all pointing at one thing, it's definitely pointing in two directions, right? The absolute opposites. All the things I focus on and want, or what I'm saying is pointing in the same direction, right? But there's also the things that I try to avoid, but inevitably fall into, I guess. And that's pointing in the exact opposite direction. The polarity, the push and pull of reality. But I don't know, been having an existential crisis today for sure. Trying to dive into my personal identity and to dig into that. I think I care less about who I am, and I care a lot more about what I'm doing. Why is the question, not who or what. It's why. Why am I doing? Why do we do life the way that we do? Why does it go in this way? And why do I do the things that I don't wish to do? And why is it that I don't do the things that I want to
definitely don't have his game figured out. No one does, I guess. I think the spiritual life is the only thing that settles any of this existential dread. But even that, no, I'm not going to say anything against that. That it is truly the thing that settles the existential dread. I don't mean for this to sound sad. I also realized I like movies. I like loner movies. I wouldn't even classify myself as an introvert or a loner, but I romanticize that. Living the loner life, but purely in search and in striving for leveling up myself and improving. That's the life I want to live. And that's what everything is pointing at. Everything feels to me like it's pointing at separating myself from everyone else and purely living a lifestyle focused on improving my abilities, my strength, mentally, physically, my fortitude, my soul. Everything is pointing at this. And it's also pointing at the idea that something about the way I'm perceiving my life and the way reality is from my perspective is quite something I should question. It's questionable. It's not something I have to accept. There's something that I'm accepting that I don't have to. And that thing is holding me back from awakening, you could say. It's like I'm stuck. It's like I'm asleep. It's like I'm asleep. I wake up every day and I'm still asleep. But I just want to wake up. And I don't feel sad about being lonely. I want to be alone. I just want to be alone and work on myself. This week has been different. And I can't exactly pinpoint why. But I'm going to complete my miles. I'm going to stay on track, regardless of what I'm feeling. And I don't want to disconnect from the world. I want to be connected to the world and society. I don't want to disappear from society. I just want to disappear from forcing myself to be in social interactions that I didn't want to happen. I guess that's a selfish way to view socializing. But if I don't want to interact with people, then I won't. And that's what I want. But people get upset when I don't want to surround myself with people in the moment. They take it personally and believe that it's an attack on them. But it's not about them. It's not about a person individually. It's about something about the act of socializing. And I like doing it. You know, I love my friends. I love people. I love people. I care about the people around me. But if I want to be alone, then that's what I want. No. It's like I live in a world where it's
it's frowned upon to do the thing that I want, when it doesn't hurt anybody. And if anything, I deep down, I truly believe in my heart that if I'm able to work on myself, work on my spirit, work on my skill, then I will be able to do much more net positive for the world. And I don't believe I'm able to do that on a large enough scale if I don't separate myself from people. And this doesn't mean I want to like disown my family or anything like that, or even my friends. I don't want to lose those relationships by any means. But it's almost like I don't want to bear the responsibility to maintain it. Maybe this is the reality that I've been stuck in. Maybe this is the belief that I've been unconscious of, is that I don't have to force relationships. I don't have to force myself to act in a way that pleases everyone. I don't need approval from anyone. I don't need to live a life in pure pursuance of making other people happy. Not even happy, but just not mad. That's what it feels like. It's not that I'm even trying my best to make people happy. It's that I'm scared of making them mad. I fear being disliked. I fear being outcasted. I guess that makes sense evolutionarily to be tucked away in my brain, but not everyone has to like me. Especially if I have a few people who I love and I know love me. It's like I have in my mind, it's good. I feel like, I think it's gonna be harder. Like life is gonna be harder. So much more challenging if people don't like me. And I'm so constantly, like if I'm not constantly obsessed with making people not dislike me, then the world will fall apart and I won't be able to do anything. Maybe this is the false belief. If knowledge is justified true belief, then maybe that's what I've been missing. I need my old self to die and a new me to be born. That's what it feels like everything's pointing at. Like I need to die to my flesh and live in the spirit. It's like it's all pointing at everything I've been learning about Christ and why I love Christ. Is because if I no longer live a life purely in desire of gratifying my flesh, and that goes along with pleasing other people at the expense of myself, my self-worth, my self-drive. I think this is the essence of what ego death is. It's a rebirth. It's a death of the old self and the birth of the new, an awakening. I feel like the game of life for me will truly begin when I die to my flesh, so that I can be born in the spirit when my old self dies and a new me is born. And it feels like right now I'm stuck in a limbo state. I know that I need to keep reading the word, and that I will do. I will continue on this path, following Christ. Thanks for tuning in, Cam. I hope you're able to take these words I'm saying and I hope it sparks a curiosity in you. And I also hope that you existentially feel a little bit less lonely after this. Because I know that this feeling isn't unique to me as a being. I'm sure plenty of people also experience this. And by no means am I alone in this feeling. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. You know what's funny is when you look up a loner, just the word loner, definition, Wikipedia, it'll give you a list of causes. And the ones that caught my eye that it gave in the definition were mysticism and spirituality as two of the big causes of being a loner. Yeah, and that's where I'm at. Maybe it's my time to venture off into the forest, off into a mountain, metaphorically, in my mind, so that I can find truth, so that I can find knowledge. I guess this video is going to be a long one, huh? All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. All right, today we're locked in on homework. Basically, I gotta write an essay, take a midterm exam, and I did a couple assignments before as well. Taking it light on the body today so that we can be prepped for a long run tomorrow. We're looking at a new all-time PR for distance tomorrow, so that'll be good. It'll be sick. I need my body to be prepared for that. So I don't mind spending today doing all this homework so I don't have to do it tomorrow, so that I can focus on putting this video together and doing that run. But yeah, we're coming close to closing out the week. Feeling strong, motivated. It's been a bit of a roller coaster of a week. And the highs have been high, the lows have been low. But I feel like I'm learning a lot right now. I feel like I'm growing a lot right now. And everything going on in here is changing and evolving. Bring me closer to where I want to be. And spiritually, it's been a blessed week. I feel as though I am growing deeper with my connection to the divine, to Christ, to God. I'm listening. I'm opening my heart. Got to keep my heart open. All right. See you tomorrow. It is Sunday, day 7 of week 2. And we've got our Sunday long run. You know what? I'm feeling pretty intimidated. Honestly, I do not feel ready for this. I do not feel in good enough shape for this. I had a really weird night of sleep last night. I just woke up like 100 times. I literally just could not stay asleep. There's a lot of chaos going on in the house because of homecoming. And yeah, it was just weird. I just played 9 rounds of golf. Or not, I just did 9 holes of golf. And yeah, I don't know, super intimidated by this run. I can already tell my heart rate is just fucking cooked. Holy shit. I haven't even done a mile yet and I'm at 147. I don't know why my heart rate's so high. We're at like 14-minute pace. But yeah, 10 miles on the menu. So I think I don't know, this is gonna be fucking dog shit, and there's probably just gonna be a lot of walking. That's basically what today's gonna be. But I'm gonna do it, even if I'm out here for fucking 3 hours. So this is gonna suck, but we gotta do it. We gotta get 10 miles on the board to be on track. I'll check in a minute. All right, we're almost at the halfway point. 4.87 miles. 13 and a half minute average pace. And my heart rate is 183 average. So this run is fucking sucking. It's not even a run. I've basically walked the entire way. I've just been like speed walking, more or less. But as you can tell, I'm going directly into a headwind. And I think that's the big problem. So I think the 5 miles back should be way easier and I'll be able to go way faster. But yeah, this fucking wind, I mean, it must be this wind. It's just so shitty. It just ruins the whole run. I can't even run. I can't run into it. So it's frustrating, but I'm trying to not be walking too slow, but it's tough. So we're about to switch our way around, and then we just got five more miles. Shouldn't be too hard. See you there. Okay, just finished 10 miles. Wow, 2 hours and 9 minutes. 12:50 average pace. I sped up a lot on the last mile. Wanted to finish strong. Got up to 9 minutes. Or down to 9 minutes for the last mile. That turned out a lot better than I thought it would. The first half was really tough mentally. I just hated it. How slow I had to be because of the wind. But I'm glad I pushed through. The second half was way better. The second half was fun. I intermittently ran and walked, but it was just a lot more fun. Yeah, got to speed up for the last mile. That was good. All-time PR, distance-wise. PR for that distance. Wasn't as very fast, but kept the heart rate down. The average heart rate shouldn't be that high. It should have been pretty low. So I'm guessing less than 150 BPM average. So still within the zone. Yeah, that was awesome. Week 2 miles are done. Finished with just over 25. Stoked, super stoked. Can't wait to see your vid, Kim. Thanks for tuning in this week. Hope you have a good one. I hope you stayed locked in, and I hope you learned something, more importantly, because I know I did. I learned a lot this week. What more could I ask for? I'll see y'all in week 3. Peace.